All right, in this video, I want to go over how you can install an older version of Python on your Mac. And if you're like me and you use a lot of different libraries with Python, you probably run into instances where one of the libraries doesn't work with the current version of Python. Either they're just not being supported anymore and they're not up to date. And so I've come across this a decent amount lately. And so I've had to go ahead and install an older version of Python or two. And so the process has changed a little bit. So I wanted to make a little tutorial to show you how to do that. So let's go over it. First thing you're going to want to do is go to python.org downloads. I'll put this link in the description, but it's going to take you to a page. And then if you scroll down on that page, you'll see this section that says looking for specific release. And there's version numbers here and a download button beside it. You can click on the download button beside the version that you need, right? And then once you do that, that's going to take you to another page where I clicked on the page right here for 3.918. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this files section. Those are the files you need, or one of these two. I've been recently using this one that says tarball, and it's worked well for me. And so you click on that. It'll take a second to download. It's not that big, 25 megabytes. And then when you go to your downloads, you should have a file that looks like this right here. You double click on that. It's that .tgz, and that will then, it's a compressed file, and it uncompresses it, and you'll see that you have this folder that is named Python dash whatever the version of Python is, and there's all kinds of subfolders and files within inside of that. And these are basically the whole thing. It's just that it's not installed yet, and so you have to go ahead and do that. And so and that's really the whole reason that I'm making this video, is they changed the process a little bit. It used to be that you would get PKG files when you hit that download button, and then all you had to do is just double click on that and it'd step you through the installation process and just took care of installing everything. But now you have to actually go into terminal. So terminal is on every Mac, so you just kind of open up terminal, and there's first of all, you have to use the cd command to navigate to the folder in which you had put this folder, this Python folder. So when you unzip, you have this folder. I recommend you put it somewhere like desktop or your documents, and then just navigate into that in terminal. So you want to get to the folder that, like, it should say this at your end of your terminal line, whatever the name of the version of Python is that you're working with. So once you're in that folder, then you can go ahead and run this /config enable optimization, which does exactly what it says. It just optimizes it gets ready for installation and optimizes it so that that version of Python should run faster. Next, you're going to put in the command make. Each of these might take a couple minutes to run, just so you're aware. And then lastly, you're going to put in sudo make altinstall. And the reason why you're doing altinstall is because this allows you to maintain your current version of Python. It basically allows you to have separate versions of Python running simultaneously. And so once that's done, again, that might take a few minutes as well to run. Once that's done, you can actually check to see. I recommend you use Visual Studio. If you're not using Visual Studio, you probably should. It's a great program, and you can open Visual Studio. You can press Command-Shift-P, and this will pop up, this little window. And if you start typing in here, Python : select interpret, this will pop up before you even finish writing it. Just select it, and then this should actually pop up, and it should show you the different versions of Python that you have. And so in my next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a project and run a specific version of Python just for that project using a virtual environment. So we'll go over that in the next video. So I hope you found this interesting and useful, and let me know if this process works well for you. Thanks.